All right, guys. Christmas may in fact come early for crypto and especially ADA. Now, I want to tell you guys why this is. There are some anonymous reports floating around right now that the SEC has received Gary Gensler's resignation. Now, before we start rejoicing or anything like that, these are unsubstantiated claims. All right, we haven't seen anything official yet. But there have been a couple articles written about this. In fact, this Matthew Jacob wrote one 3 days ago talking about an internal investigation into Gary Gensler from the SEC. Now, this was released a day ago, and what this said was that the SEC has reportedly disclosed that Gary Gensler has submitted his resignation following an internal investigation. So this should obviously be a major deal if this isn't in fact true. So this anonymous SEC official reported Gary Gensler has resigned from his position as chairman of the SEC following an internal investigation into alleged misconduct. The details of the investigation are confidential, but the decision to step down underscores the seriousness of the findings. And this really is a big deal because obviously this would cause, some sort of uncertainty throughout, the stock market. Not sure quite how it'll affect crypto yet. If this is true, I do think we get a pump in the markets, and I definitely do think we get a pump in the price of ADA. The reason why is it's going to take some time for the SEC to regroup if this does in fact happen. What you have to remember too is that, Gary Gensler is essentially the figurehead for something bigger going on behind the scenes. Yes, he has bias towards crypto. There's a reason why he's essentially railroaded this whole, SEC operation towards regulating crypto. It's essentially trying to bring down crypto, right? Because they haven't offered any sort of clarity there, which is a big issue. This would cause the markets to pump. What it would likely mean too is that the likelihood of any lawsuit against Cardano or ADA not happening anytime soon. So this would be big news. I want to hear what you guys think in this regards, but it would cause some uncertainty, guys. We obviously know that right now there is some legislation that's been introduced into Congress to restructure the SEC and force him to step down anyways. We know that, in the Supreme Court, they're going to be looking into this case, which may limit some of the SEC powers. We may see a complete, overhaul in terms of what the SEC's authority and job is in fact going to be, which would be a very good sign, right? Because we obviously know that crypto around the world is shifting towards a commodity. I'm surprised they haven't done the same thing here in the US. Sometimes you need to look abroad to figure out the best way to do things, okay? Unfortunately, with the US being as young of a country as it is and as successful it's been in many endeavors, there's times where it likes to beat its chest and tries to, essentially step out of its lane a little bit. And I think we're starting to see that with some of these, some different parts of the government. So I don't want to get too much into that, but this would be a great thing for crypto. All right. Them to step back, let Congress oversee this regulation. And that way we could in fact finally have some much needed clarity in this ever evolving industry. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know if you think Gary Gensler is in fact resigning, if this is going to be a big deal. I think his time's limited regardless. I do not think that he gets re-upped as chairman of the SEC regardless in, I believe, 17 months or 18 months once his term is done. But he may not be here much longer. So appreciate you guys. Would be a big deal for ADA. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.